Hello, welcome to my day 64 of my math vlogs. Now today, if you didn't know, was one of the days where you actually genuinely appreciate the weekend. And that's because right now I'm filming this on the weekend because holy wow, this week was incredibly jam-packed with so much stuff to do, it's overwhelming. Now, let me begin this overwhelming stage of our math. Now, math was during recess, before recess, was in between recess and lunch, right? And in this sweet spot of ours, usually we didn't eat anything during recess and we're starving for lunch. So it's that really big spot that's like you are starving, get food, and voila, there's a quiz. And let me just tell you, before we had the quiz the next day, or we had like mock quizzes, or how we like to call it, exercises, we had another homework prior to this, and none of us could answer it. Like, even the tutor of my friend couldn't answer it. It was incredibly crazy. So, basically, we had a 2-page, answers for the quiz, and we were, astonished by how long it could be. And even though our math teacher said, trust me, things will never be this long. This is the longest it will ever become. I will never give you anything this hard. Just know that this is the pinnacle of the difficulty that I can give you. So, of course, as us, really, terrified of such things, we didn't know how to process this. And therefore, this is why this is a big evidence that we need to assess what our difficulties are, and more importantly, how do we tackle them? Now, first of all, as we all know, we find things difficult, especially when it comes to memorizing, when it comes to a certain step-by-step process, in such that you can get confused with one step and everything else would just crumble down with it. And finally, we have a hard time balancing all the subjects that require memorization and require a certain system in doing so, and thus with so many formulas to memorize, we are confused on how we stand with our grade standing. So with that, I think the only thing that I really genuinely need to improve on is me understanding where I went wrong and asking as much questions as I can. Because usually, how people don't ask questions is that they feel like, they're going to be embarrassed for asking such a stupid question or something like that. But in truth, it is just, your understanding, and that's all that matters. Because in the end, it's you passing that, takes home the gold, rather than your, how you look upon your peers that takes home the gold. So, the only way for me to go through all these things is that I were to practice more, take some time out of every day, and know what I'm doing wrong. Because with all these things in mind, I shouldn't overwhelm myself with such a big thing, because if I just break them down into the sub-parts that they are, and I can understand them, then maybe I can pass. So thank you for watching, and hope you can watch the next one.